and he's sucking the balls.
Hey, welcome to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt, and we got Apple Cider Vinegar, a.k.a. Josh. Today we're going to be talking Super Bowl. We're going to be talking Super Bowl predictions. We're going to talk about the ingenious woke culture that continues to destroy entertainment. We're going to talk about possibilities of people making shit up so they look good. People going out and pushing around ice, and unfortunately, I don't condone anyone dying for any reason, but at the same time, when you fuck around, you find out. All of this and more on Idiocracy Talk Radio coming up.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide, it ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic, yeah.
All right. Well,
let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
All right. So first, let's start off with the easy one. Let's start with some Super Bowl predictions. We've got the Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots.
Rematch!
Got a rematch coming. What do you guys think?
I mean, let's be honest here. This is not the Tom Brady-led Patriots. It's the Drake May-led Patriots. Let's talk about it. In my Trick Williams voice. Let's talk about it. Drake May, great rookie, not so great rookie year. About second year, a lot better of a year. Obviously, following Joe Burrow's footsteps, second year, kind of in the league, and you make the Super Bowl, right? Problem with that, with the whole New England thing, who the fuck did they play all goddamn year? Right? They played Buffalo twice. Yes, they beat a Houston team that their offense still not very good. And then they beat the Denver Broncos, which was probably the best team in football all year, besides the Seahawks.
They didn't have a quarterback.
But that was without their starting QB. Let's talk about it. Drake May, very turnover prone of a quarterback. Lots of fumbles. Not many interceptions, but he does like to put the ball on the ground. He put the ball on the ground, 5 times against Houston? Threw a couple picks last game. You can't do that with this Seattle team. This Seattle team has a really, really good defense. It's better than Denver's defense, and it's better than the Texans defense.
Well, let's take that back a step real quick. So what did Texans quarterback do in that game also against them?
Oh, fucking 4 interceptions, a pick 6.
Exactly. You gotta realize New England does have a pretty solid defense. I'm not saying they're probably a top 5 defense. They spent a lot of money in free agency this past offseason for that defense, and those defensive backs are pretty good.
I mean, yeah, I think Gonzalez is very good. I don't see the other corner as good. But, I mean, like you said, their defense is really good. Mike Vrabel, coming from the defensive side of the ball, great player in New England. I mean, he's got these guys juiced. I mean, they were pretty good last year, their defense. They got better this year. Their offense got a lot better this year.
So let's go back to what you said, though. It doesn't matter. I mean, schedule. Who the hell did they play this year? Honestly, does it fucking matter who you played? You're in the fucking. No, you're in the Super Bowl now, right?
No, yeah. I mean, no,
right?
That's my point. Yeah, you didn't play a lot of tough games at all. except towards the end of the year. Yes, you had
You still got to come out and play every Sunday, man. Anybody can win a goddamn game.
Yeah, I mean, granted, you go back to your point. C.J. Stroud is very interception prone. He is. Against a really good defense, he's not very good. I'm sorry. I've said that from years and years ago that I did not think he was going to be a very good NFL quarterback. Joe, you can attest to me. I did not like C.J. Stroud out of Ohio State. Everybody's like, he's a top pick, blah, blah, blah. I seen he was a good pocket passer to a point. I wasn't very big. I did not like the fact that he didn't take off when he could. And that cost Ohio State some games. I didn't think he was going to translate to the NFL.
Well, it's one thing that's going to prove. I'm sorry to cut you off. One thing that's going to prove to you next year. Let's see if they pick his 5th-year option up after next year. That proves exactly what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, it's they would be stupid if they don't.
He was a first rounder, right?
He was first rounder, yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he has a 5th-year option where he'll have to get paid more money, and so they'll bring some shit up. But this year they went through a big transition. Texans did, they had their offensive line, they had to change all that shit over. C.J. Stroud, he proved himself rookie year. This is his sophomore year, right?
Yeah.
So again, sophomore slumps.
Beat a pretty good Charger team too. But let's look at their schedule. They lost to the Raiders week 1.
Who?
The Patriots. They played the Dolphins. Lost against the Steelers.
Well, before you go through all their schedule, and Matt already said it. At this point, it don't matter who the fuck you played. You've made the Super Bowl. Okay, like going into the playoffs. I mean that matters a little bit. It's like, okay, who did you play to get here? Are you tough enough to make it through? But you withstood everyone else.
Oh, I get it.
You still had to play 18 plus games.
You could literally have played the worst teams the entire year. Your entire schedule was literally the worst fucking teams ever.
Hey, Joe, I'm going to stop you there to save you some words, okay? Josh, who did they play the first game and lose to?
The Raiders.
What did the Raiders get this year?
Number 1 pick of the draft.
There you go, Joe. There's just saving your words, buddy. I didn't mean to cut you off, but they lost to the worst team in the league the first fucking week, and guess what? They fucking came back and won after that every goddamn game, or they just won every game outright. It don't matter at the end of the day how you win a game. A W is at the end of the day is Sunday is a W, or Thursday, or whatever day you play that week.
But a lot of my point was you go back to these teams that they beat this year. Yes, they've beaten teams without their starting quarterbacks too, or a very shitty starting quarterback. That was kind of my point.
Well, you got a shitty attitude. You don't see us coming at you.
I think with Seattle, I think it's a different beast. I think Seattle can score. They have a very good running game. They've got a great number 1 receiver. They got a great number 2, if he's like he was 2-3 years ago in Cooper Kupp. So I feel my prediction is Seattle wins over 7. I think they win by a touchdown.
What do you think the score's going to be? 30-23?
I'd say probably maybe 24-17.
I'll tell you one thing. Seattle's a scoring machine, man. And remember Sam Darnold last year went 14-4? 14-3 with Minnesota. Lost his first game this year. Look at all those teams. Look at all those teams he used to play for. They're eating their words right now. And look what the fuck happened in the years.
Well, I mean, here's the thing with the Jets and Carolina. They're both bad.
Bad ran teams.
Bad ran teams, right? They're not run good. So when you draft a quarterback and you don't surround him with any kind of talent, he's gonna fail. That's why he failed in New York. That's why he failed in Carolina. You didn't surround the guy. What happened as soon as he got to Minnesota? He was surrounded with a shit ton of talent and a good defense, and guess what? He won. He didn't show up in the playoff game, but he still got him there. And then you look at this year. He goes to a new team. New system. But guess what he's surrounded by? Talent. Good defense. Good offensive weapons. You see what he did this year. He's in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I mean, they said when he played against St. Louis, and not St. Louis, I don't say St. Louis Rams, LA Rams twice this year, he had 5 interceptions against them. So just 2 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. Then he fucking played him in the fucking NFC Championship, And what does he do? Throws for a record 346 passing yards and 3 touchdowns?
But in my point too, a lot to the schedule is they haven't played a team like a Seattle team. They played a Denver team that's like Seattle, but without their starting QB. If Bo Nix was in that game, Denver wins by 2 touchdowns. I'm sorry. Bo Nix was a different game.
They still had to play Buffalo twice this year, so I don't know if they split or they won both of those games or
they
what.
Split.
They split? But,
yeah, they split. But Buffalo's defense is very good. That's the thing.
Don't matter. Look at the Raiders. You think the Raiders were good at all? They lost to the Raiders first game of the year.
Oh, I know. But I mean, everybody struggles the first 4 weeks of the season. Just look at the Bengals. We always struggle first 4 weeks.
Lost our quarterback again the second week.
We struggled for 18 weeks.
I mean, we should have lost week 1. The Bengals should have lost week 1. We got lucky because the kicker missed the field goal to win it. And guess what? We should have lost week 2. Jacksonville went for it in 4th down and failed on 4th and 1, and then that had a long drive. All we had to do was kick a field goal, and they win that game.
I mean, go back to week 1. Who won week 17 for them? For the Browns.
The kicker. He came from a fucking hero. So, and guess what the Bengals did? Like they did all season. They let somebody drive down the field with less than a minute.
That's their defense for you. Respect.
Yep. But what are you guys' projections on the Super Bowl? What are you guys thinking?
I think 31-14, Seattle.
Oh, you think it's going to be a blowout? You think 17 points?
Seattle's been putting 30-plus points up every damn game.
Yeah, but I mean the difference.
They beat the shit out of San Francisco. They put another 30-plus points up against fucking Rams. So mine's okay. 30-14.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think the New England has enough firepower. I think Drake May has struggled the last couple of games. I mean, he didn't look very good against the Chargers. They won 16-3 with Justin Herbert looking like shit. Then they got Houston, beat Houston, but that's also C.J. Stroud, 4 interceptions in the first half, a pick 6. So the Texans didn't look good, and they had no running game. Then this game against Denver without the starting QB. So, and Drake May did not look very good. So
I'll give the second half. There was a lot of snow on the ground too, so they didn't have adjusted that yet.
No, I mean to your point, that I think that's where Denver fucked themselves. They went for that 4th and 1. You kick the field goal, go up 10-0. It's a completely different game. It's a different mindset.
Let's change that subject just a little bit on that situation in both games, in the AFC and NFC title games. I thought this thing, I mean, hooray, you guys are going for the ball, more 4th downs. But to me, aren't points in the playoffs?
Yeah.
I mean, what the fuck was Denver thinking about going for 4th down and go for a field goal?
Now, if it's 4th and 1 on the 2-yard line, that's different, right? That's different. You get 1 yard, you got another 4 downs. You're on the 10-yard line. Kick the field goal, go for the points. I think they were trying to pull an Indiana against Miami right there, the college. College is different from fucking the NFL. People know you're going to fucking go up the middle and run. Sorry. It's what they do.
Push or something like that. Yes. It's like
it was almost. That's just what they do.
But same thing with same thing with Los Angeles Rams. Like they went for it early, like fourth down. Like go for the fucking points, dude. I mean, you're
back up.
What's that?
Get the point. I said they were doing it with a backup QB.
Oh, you're talking about Denver. Yeah, I was talking about the LA Rams there in this situation. But like, you could have kicked a simple field goal, dude. It could have been 31-30 or something like that. And all you do is walk down the field and score another field goal. All you do.
Yep.
But
I forgot they went for it too.
It's in the past now, but yeah, I predict 30-14. I say Seattle, honestly. Seattle just has too much firepower. They don't have the two-headed monster in the backfield with the Charbonnet. He's injured, so that's going to hurt them a little bit. But Kenneth Walker doing pretty fucking solid, man.
I don't know. That guy, that backup, like that first pass he missed, which he should have caught, he turned it around after that play, and he started playing pretty good. So, to your point, Charbonnet was pretty damn good in that role. I think this guy's a little young, but I think he can get it.
Schleich, sponsor us.
Dr. B, Dr. Bitch, what you're thinking? What do you think?
Well, I have no idea what the score is going to be. I'm hoping, just because I fucking can't stand the New England Patriots, I hope that Seattle fucking whomps their ass and it's the worst fucking Super Bowl ever and Seattle just wins 60-0, like just absolutely obliterates them. I believe Seattle's going to walk away with the W. I feel like they're the better team.
So speaking of the Super Bowl too, are you guys gonna watch the whole halftime show?
No.
Do you have to ask us that, honestly?
I'm just asking. I mean, it's controversy.
You just want a reaction the right side, so your leftism comes out of you and puts us down. I get it, but well, guess what? We're not going to react to you because we're just going to say, hey, see the American flag behind Joe? That's what we're going to say.
So what you're saying is you're not going to watch the halftime show?
I'm not going to watch a guy wear a dress and freaking wear bedazzle all over his face. Let's put it that way.
All right.
If he wants to say, oh, Bobby, that's fine. Go ahead. Say.
Bad Bunny?
Bad Bunny. I couldn't remember his name, so thanks for
He's
telling me.
He's kind of good looking, so.
Shut up, Paige.
So let's stay on this New England trend right now. Breaking news yesterday by Adam Schefter saying Bill Belichick did not get enough votes to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. 8 Super Bowl rings. How do you not become a first ballot Hall of Famer?
You think some of his controversies are keeping him out?
It doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, they had the Deflategate. They had a couple of things. But no, I mean.
Josh, what a hunt. Go ahead, Joe. Answer. You haven't talked yet, Joe. Let's go. Spygate and Deflategate. Go ahead, talk. Go ahead.
I'm just saying.
Come on, big boy.
Do I think he's a Hall of Fame coach? Yes. But what I'm saying is that some of the stuff in his past could have weighed in on them voting on him being a first ballot inductee. You know? And as it should, because guess what? Too many athletes, too many coaches get this like proverbial pass of, oh, well, you broke the rules during your, you broke the rules and blah, 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 but there's no consequence for you. I mean, let's be real. The only person, and I'm sure there's more, but the only person that I know of that has gotten raked through the fucking coals for a punishment for doing something that he wasn't supposed to do, even though it didn't affect the game, was Pete Rose. Got absolutely raked through the coals, held to this fucking high standard of, no, you don't get to do this because you fucked up and blah, blah, blah. But then we're going to question why Bill Belichick's not getting a first-round ballot. Guess what? You fucking did enough, buddy. Will you get in there eventually? Yes. Do you get the honor of saying that you were a first-round ballot? Nope. No, you don't.
So here's a couple things that it's a conspiracy. I don't know how true it is, but two of the members on the Hall of Fame voters, Bill Polian and fucking Tony Dungy.
What's the relationship with?
Colts old coach and the Colts GM.
Old GM.
And guess who always knocked them out of the playoffs and all that stuff during that time was the Patriots. So, do you think that has something to do with him not getting in? Because I think he was like 1 or 2 votes short of getting to the amount he needed.
So I would hope. It's 50. It's 50 people that vote, correct?
Correct. You need 40 votes.
So you get 50 people that vote, okay, and every person gets 3 picks out of the Hall of Fame. I think there was 10, something like that, 9 or 10. And you're telling me the GOAT, basically, of coaching is not going to be in the Hall of Fame the first year because of some Spygate, some Deflategate. Okay, I get it. That's fine. Well, Adam Schefter earlier today reported saying there's an investigation going on this because if there's some, I guess you can say fraudulent shit that's going on or conspiracy shit going on, and they find out it was true or not, those people in that room can be take off the fucking vote. They get out of being voting. So they'll figure it out sooner or later. But anyway, I mean, honestly, common sense says, yeah, he fucked up. That's fine. But it's also like someone else does. So let's go by this. What happened to Ray Lewis? Was he a first time Hall of Famer?
First ballot Hall of Famer, he was.
Yeah. So what happened? What happened back in the day when he fucking was accused of killing somebody? You know what happened also of him doing like not roids, but he was doing what they call antler spray or bug spray or something like that.
And like I said, that's my point. Like the only athlete that I know of that's been held accountable to an extreme,
Pete Rose.
Well,
hold on. We got one more. So let's go. Also, they said Julius Peters. What happened to him? First ballot, right? Hall of Famer. What was he doing? His rookie year when he came out, he fucking was suspended for the first 6 games for steroids use. Guess what? People fuck up and they move on in life. You know, shit like that. It happens. But guess what? Belichick won more fucking Super Bowls after these situations. He was a true dynasty. Go ahead.
Yes. So, Joe, I want to get back to your point. Pete Rose is not the only one who has suffered. You've got multiple baseball players that have suffered. That's probably not going to make the Hall of Fame because of steroid use that was in baseball. So you've got Mark McGwire, you got Sammy Sosa, Barry Bonds, Roger Clemens. There's a few other ones that will never make it to the Hall of Fame because of that. And guess what? Baseball turned a blind eye. Why? Why did they turn a fucking blind eye during that time? Baseball was dead. Baseball was dead in '94. It was
of the strike. Because of the strike.
Guess what happened in '98?
Roids
took over, and then the home runs. Baseball knew what was going on. They let these players do what they needed to do to get fans back in the seats, to get profits back up, and that's exactly what happened. Once the story broke, baseball started dying.
I'm going to bounce off that a little bit. It is actually a lot harder to get to the Hall of Fame of baseball because you got to have a 75% chance to get in, or 75% vote. Here, you got 50 grown-ass men who've been GMs, reporters, or coaches over the years, and they get a chance to vote for 3. 3 out of 10 people. Hall of Fame for the baseball is more like 20 people every year because you get multiple people over the years. And it could be their last year or either not their last year, but
you get up to 10 years to be on the ballot. certain percent.
Football's a little easier. Football's a little easier to get into, I think.
Also remember, he's going to get in the Hall of Fame.
Pete Rose?
No, Bill Belichick.
Oh yeah, no, I know that.
He's going to get in. He's just not going to have the privilege of saying that he was
a first ballot Hall of Famer,
first ballot inductee.
Well, that's that's the rumor. They're saying that's the reason they didn't vote him in, because they want to suspend him because of all his cheating.
Well, then there's also the fact that they said a lot of these players were like, or a lot of these people that were voted were like, oh, he's going to get in no matter what. I'm going to vote for these other people so they can get in, so they can have the votes to get in. He'll get in next year, is what they're saying.
Yeah, so what I've heard, it starts off with, it goes players, coaches, GMs. That's what I heard how you vote. So I don't know. I'm not a big voter I'm not paying attention to the Hall of Fame that much. But from a couple of sources I heard today saying you go for player first, coach second, then GM or owner third. Depending on how the situation. Because Robert Kraft didn't make it today or yesterday either. You'd think Kraft would make it too. So they might go in together next year.
I mean, Kraft should have made it. I mean, he turned around that New England franchise.
How many people can you vote in a year total? Just 3 or 4, or just 3?
Yeah, I think it's 3 or 4.
So I mean, you got to realize that limitation is very shallow. So you got to put your fucking top 3 in. What's that?
Eli Manning didn't make it either. He's got 2 Super Bowl rings, top 10 in a lot of statistical categories. He didn't make it.
I don't think Eli's the first ballot Hall of Famer. Second, I can see second or third.
For who?
Eli Manning.
No, Eli Manning's not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
No. I say second or third, mate.
Robert Kraft definitely is. And then Bill Belichick. I mean, and yes, Belichick's got 8 rings. How many Super Bowls did they lose to? Just imagine. I mean, he could have 10 fucking rings. 11 rings.
But hold on. Are you arguing he should have been in first, or is that your argument against him not being first?
No. He should be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Okay, because the way you says it's like the guy has actually been in more. He has the most playoff wins. He has. I don't know what his playoff. Super Bowl wins. Yeah, like 6 ain't enough. I mean, let me throw 2 more on top there when I was a defensive coordinator. Here you go. But yeah, that's just the way this world is, this day and age. And Joe does a couple of things about that. Scandals here and there. So
what kind of scandals are we hearing about, Joe? Tell me what kind of scandals we're hearing about.
I mean, if we're talking about scandals, I mean, let's talk about. And here, I'll pull up the video so we can actually see.
Puff, puff, pass, motherfucker.
Come on over. Have one.
All right. So I'm going to pull up the video. Before we actually talk about it, let's pull up the video, actually watch it. And then,
Josh has to wake up first.
My bedtime lately.
Here we go. I took the sound off so we can just watch here.
Basically just calling for ICE's fucking GM to be abolished. That's all it is.
Well,
a look and a nod, and then he gets.
Gotcha. No, welcome side was a fall over tackle.
Hold on. They're talking yet. Hold on. All right.
I've been through war. I've been through worse.
So let's run through. So first of all, the reason that there are multiple. So first background. So Omar is giving this town hall meeting about ICE and how ICE needs to be abolished, and the ICE leadership needs to be brought to justice, and blah, 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 yakety, yakety, smackety, spackety. And conveniently, right as she starts to say, ICE needs to be abolished, you'll notice that she looks directly at this gentleman right here, looks him dead in the eye.
You.
Almost like a signal. So, get ready, looks at him, gives a little head nod.
Not yet.
Wait for it.
Now, her dashiki was falling off. That's what it was.
Right here. Head nod. See,
looked at him.
Little, yep. He stands up. And here's the thing. Look how close he is. All right? And if you look, he doesn't spray her in the face. I mean, you're fucking that close. You don't spray her in the face. No. I'm going to spray you on the shirt. Okay? And on top of it, I'm going to spray you on the shirt. She runs over. Oh, this half-ass, I'm going to punch you. Look at this. What are you going to do? Look. Tell me that's not a photo op. Okay.
Well, I mean, and here's my thing to this is what U.S. House of Representative, what president, what vice president, if you're going to do that, if you're going to spray something, do you think that candidate's going to run after that person? No, they're not. They're going to get Secret Service right away, get them out.
Josh,
but
they're
going to figure out what's going on their fucking shirt.
Not only that, but so here, and I'm going to play the sound and listen to the people that obviously have no fucking clue what's going on. Listen to them.
I don't know. Oh my God, he sprayed something on her. I need a napkin to know nothing.
No. What if it was poison? What if it was some sort of poison? You got people touching her all of a sudden, right? If it's
but even this lady right here is saying, you don't know what he sprayed on you. And she's like, oh no, let's continue.
Exactly.
The most calm person, any other individual in politics that has somebody run up and spray an unknown substance on you,
they're being taken away.
They're not sitting there going, no, we need to stay here. We need to go get checked out because what the fuck was that?
Yep. Hey,
the reason. More than likely, again, nothing's been proven yet, but I'm sorry, but if you don't know what it is, you're not acting this way.
Joe,
she knew what it was.
Joe, what was it?
And on top of it, it came out later.
What was it?
That this terrorist individual.
What was it?
Chose to sneak into this town hall meeting and assault this representative by spraying.
What is it?
Not poison.
What was it?
Not acid. Not anything deadly, but apple cider vinegar.
There's acid in it.
Way.
There's acid in it.
No way.
Not enough to fucking burn you. Unless she had an open cut on her face from popping a pimple.
Then you on her face and on her shirt.
What was my today?
There you go. See, it doesn't matter. Let's be real. The last time a politician did this, I forget what the guy's name was, but the guy that literally paid the two guys to come up and fucking threaten him and everything else, and it came out later.
That was the actor in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
Jesse Smollett.
He wasn't a politician. He wasn't a politician, but
so she's going to win the next actor award for this one.
Well, and let's not forget why this stunt probably happened. Anybody guess? Anybody at all guess? She's from Minnesota. What do you think happened?
Because she's being connected to fraud?
No, well, yes. Bingo, she has the trial, and she might lose all of her money. Now, her being married to her brother might come to an end now.
Nope. So do you guys know what the fraud was, though? So
exactly?
she has a winery. She owns a winery, right? Her and her husband, they own a winery. It's got zero cash the last couple of years, right? It's not making any money. All of a sudden, this past year, it made a shit ton of money, just out of the blue. Just like her pay went from $65,000, maybe $90,000, $95,000 to $30 million.
Yeah, that's how much she's worth. I was going to ask you, how do you know how much she's worth right now?
So this winery is under investigation now because it literally just leaked 2 or 3 days ago.
Is it open next to the Leering Center?
It probably is open up right next to the Leering Center.
That's where they brew the wine at. Yes.
So if they find out
the wine factory,
if she is connected to the fraud, her ass is getting deported back to Somalia. She's going to lose her citizenship.
Hold on. You think she's going to get deported? I think she's going to get arrested.
Oh, she'll get arrested and deported.
I don't see her getting deported at all. I see her going to the fucking slammer from here. She's a U.S. citizen.
Dude, here's where we are fucking stupid, and we believe all these politicians when they say, "Oh, we're going to put her in." They're not fucking arresting these fucking politicians. They're not. They're not going after them.
If they did, what prison they going to? It's got a 18 course golf course on it.
Dude, politics are freaking. Unfortunately, they're above the law. Let's be honest, they're above the law, no matter what.
They got money.
$16 billion worth above the law? Oof, I don't know about that, buddy.
I mean, if they were really going to go jail, they would have already been fucking arrested for all this shit. They would have. Start following the money. We have so much technology that we should be able to follow the money and where it goes. We're not. I mean, that's what Doge was trying to do. They found a lot of it. They said, hey, there's a lot of fraud going on. Now everybody's kind of hip to it. But it's not affecting the Democrats at all. The only thing that's affecting anything is the ICE affecting Republicans now in the midterms. All the fraud, not in the fucking... You don't hear anything about it anymore. The only thing you hear about is ICE, and that's by design.
So here, I'll give you an example. Okay, so here we'll start at. I'll start with President Obama's tenure. Okay, so Dina Rockenbacher, a representative from California, was charged with improper use of campaign contributions in a scheme to promote a decoy Democratic candidate. Was found guilty and fined $50,000. Let's see. Representative from Michigan, convicted of obstruction of justice. No jail time. Jesse Jackson Jr. Pleaded guilty to 1 count of wire mail fraud in connection with misuse of $750,000. Sentenced to 2.5 years imprisonment. Let's see here. Now let's go. Joe Biden's presidency. Bob Menendez. Let's see. Convicted of 16 counts in his role of bribery scheme, including being an illegal foreign agent. No jail time. Let's see here. So, for the most part, most of these federal politicians get a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, Omar's not going to get shit, you know? I mean,
but what you can get, I'll be honest with you, jail time might not be the best. The biggest punishment for her would be to get sent back to Somalia, because here's the thing. That would be a fucking damn near death sentence. Like, the
because
bullshit
she's talked shit about Somalia. They don't fucking like her there, and she knows that.
Yeah. She goes back there, it's not going to be pretty. So she will do everything she can not to go back to that country. Even though she keeps saying that she wants our country to follow suit with Somalia and all that bullshit.
And what, their pirate ways?
Who's the captain now?
And here's the thing. It's this is what's confusing me on this whole thing. First it was 2020, it was the Black Lives Matter, all this stuff. Protesting, rioting, all that stuff. George Floyd. And then we had 4 years of pretty much nothing, but no one wants to protest anything until Trump's back in office. And it's not protesting. They're political agitators. They're getting paid. They found the Signal chat that is telling, hey, this is where these officers are going to be at. Here's a license plate. Look out, look out, look out. Ran by a Minnesota official. So this isn't an act of people just coming together and getting involved. No. This is all paid protesters. It's a strategy. This is exactly what a lot of people said would be the downfall of America. This is what people are paying. These are what these outsourced people are paying to do that. They want to destroy America from within. And that's exactly what is happening now. We are destroying ourselves from within by the infighting. And these people are so fucking stupid to realize exactly what they're doing. And it's going to cause a civil war. And that's exactly what they want. They want us to fight. They want us to have a civil war.
They don't have to. They can have California. Go ahead, take it. Take the whole thing.
California, we get Greenland.
You know what? We'll donate Oregon too. You can have Oregon too. I like Seattle. I like Washington.
I would not be surprised if Texas in a few years says, you know what, fuck you guys. We've got our own economy. We can run our state the way we want to, and because we have a big enough economy to do it. We don't need the fucking U.S. They might succeed. They've already talked about it.
Well, you've noticed this fraud's been going on since 2016, 2017 in fucking Minnesota. So, I mean, it's disgusting.
Well, here's the funny thing I forgot to mention in that whole 2020 thing with Ilhan Omar. She's the one who got this meals for thing going, right? In 2020. And then 2024, all of a sudden, $30 million. Interesting. You're the one who got this bill in Minnesota, and all of a sudden you're $30 million richer. When you're at 65,000.
Think about it. They burnt all fucking Minnesota away downtown. So how many Learning centers had to be built? Think about that.
Oh, I know. To me, this is exactly what should happen. You go, because the way the governor, the way the mayor of Minneapolis, the governor of Minnesota, you know what? Fine. President Trump, withdraw the ICE troops. Withdraw the federal troops. Okay. Minnesota, you're on your own. You want to pay illegal aliens? You want to pay for all this stuff? It comes out of the state budget. The federal government is no longer giving you money for these programs. You tax your people, what you want to tax them, they can pay for all that stuff.
Yeah, I agree to disagree on
you will
that.
see how fast they turn around. They will be like that. Like, no, okay, President Trump. Okay, President Trump. That's real fucking power. That's what needs to happen.
I'll give you that because that's what he did to the colleges that were being woke. But as a president of the United States, you cannot give up on your people in that state. You can't.
You're not
Because
giving up.
there's
like, hey, I've got a governor who's going against.
Kind of are, man. Yeah, but I get what you're saying, but you still got to
cut him off because that governor will change his tune. That mayor will change his tune just like that. Within a month, they're like, "Hey, we're not getting any federal help anymore. We can't survive that way. We need the federal government. We need the help."
Okay, let's stay on your subject, but kind of like click it back a dial. Let's go back to which I thought Joe was going to go on, so we just talk about President Obama. But let's go. I mean, the guy who's running ICE for the last
Tom
12 years. Yeah, he's the same president that got an award from Obama for fucking getting rid of illegal aliens back in the day, immigration, shit like that. Correct or not? Didn't he get an award from President Obama for getting rid of 5 million fucking immigrants?
The only difference between when Obama did it, you still had protests when Obama did it. You did. But they're nowhere near what they are now. These people didn't interfere with federal officers. You're seeing that now. That's the difference between 8 years ago when Obama was doing it compared to what Trump's doing it.
Yeah, but the thing is, they're not just doing it because it's the right side. They're doing it because it's just a Trump. Just because of Trump. It's
all paid.
That's what?
It's all paid political protesters.
That's all. You're correct. It's all paid political bullshit. But it's so disgusting that it's just over one fucking person. Because it's Trump. It's Trump. It's Trump. I get it. You hate the motherfucker. But guess what? I wasn't voting for the fucking left side for that woman to be in charge. And guess who would have been her vice president?
Well, you want to know what happened? Oh,
go ahead.
Tim. It was Minnesota's governor. The fraud.
I was going to say retard to him, but I can't say retard for God.
You can. Trump's in office.
So what would have happened if she became president?
Oh, dude, we would you would have seen your 401 continue to go down. It would not. Our economy would not turn around this fast. We wouldn't have got all this money from all these tariffs. We would be literally fucking sucking China's dick right now. Russia probably would have already had a fucking nuclear weapon on Ukraine. I'm sorry. I personally, something would happen with Israel and all that in the Middle East. Something would have popped off if Kamala was president. You've already got Putin said if Trump was in office the last 4 years, he would have never invaded Ukraine when he did. He did it because Obama was in office.
I don't know about all the politics outside the country besides like that, but some of it makes sense. I get it, but I'm just saying I think it's funny that everybody's just going after this one guy because they hated that fucking much. Like, this is so petty and pathetic. And these fucking people are interfering, all these fucking ICE raids and everything like that. Then they get shot, and you got Joe saying the same thing. Fuck up. I don't.
Here's my
find out. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna die.
It's your choice. It's your choice to go to them protests. It's your choice to start interfering with law enforcement. I don't see these guys doing it to fucking regular police officers. You struggling with police officers? What the they're going to do? They're going to do the same fucking thing. Seeing it over and over. Huh?
We are seeing it.
Now, it's not in the scale, but that's the problem. That's why we're seeing so many fucking situations where, like, people don't fucking realize. Like, first of all, whether it is a federal agent like an ICE agent or a local police officer, they risk their lives every single day because every single situation can turn deadly in a matter of seconds. Okay? Because they don't know when they do 100 interactions a day, and I'm being lowballing there, but 100 interactions, it only takes one of those interactions to kill. You know, perfect example. Tyreek Hill, when he got pulled over, he's in this vehicle that's darked out windows where you can't see in it. The officer comes up, knocks on the window. He rolls down, and he's like, "Don't knock on my window like that." And it's like, first of all, who the fuck are you talking to? You're talking to a police officer. Like, it's not like some random thug just came up and knocked on your fucking window. But you got all these entitled individuals that think that because they are TikTok lawyers, because they're YouTube lawyers, that they know the law. They know how to, and you can't tell me to do this because that's against the law. Wrong. And what they don't understand is if the officer actually does something wrong, okay, here's how you handle it, okay? And if there's anybody watching, our one viewer, okay, if you're watching this and you want to know how to handle a situation where an officer does something wrong. So guess what? One, the body cam footage is on there, okay? They can't erase that. It's illegal. If they do, there's problems, okay? Two,
but they can't shut it off. I've seen cops do that. They have shut it off.
When did you see them shut it off? When?
There's been a few times.
Joe, he's saying they can shut it off. That's what he's saying. They can. He's not saying they don't. They can do. And I've seen it plenty of times where the cops just click it off, then they click it back on.
So again, going back to if they do something wrong, let's say they're giving you a ticket and it is absolute bullshit. You accept the ticket, you go to court and fight it. The minute you start fighting the officer on the street or bitching to the officer, cussing the officer out or anything, you have lost your case. You're putting yourself in danger. You're putting the officer in danger. You're putting yourself in danger.
You're putting everybody in the cars in this situation. Kids in the car, other adults. You get what you're saying.
If they're doing something wrong, you accept it. You take them to court. You fight it. Guess what? The court's going to throw it out. Just because you see this 1 out of 100,000 times where, as human beings, things get fucked up and something doesn't go right, most of the time, it's going to go the correct way.
I mean, it's just funny that we're talking about Minnesota. We're talking about the same people about the George Floyd situation, which is a sad situation itself when the guy died. But is it? He put himself in that situation. I'm not saying it's good someone died, but it's funny how they're saying defund the police back in the day, but yet Minnesota, is that they call it Minnesotans? They want the police to defend them now against ICE agents. Kind of hypocritical about that shit, aren't you? Thinking about that shit?
Well, you know, and the whole Renee Good thing and the whole fucking Alex Prezzelli, whatever his fucking name is.
Pretty.
So Renee Good, it reminded me of a fucking thing that happened in Cincinnati a few years ago. Do you guys remember that? It was a UC officer it was a UC campus officer stopped the black man on the road, ended up shooting and killing him.
Yeah, he was off campus though. You were saying
he was off campus. Same type of thing. He was pulling the guy over. The guy wasn't complying. Guy starts taking off. Officer shoots and kills him. That's what happened in Minnesota. You can't, if federal agent has a right to, unfortunately, use deadly force. This other Alex Prezzelli, what people like, Matt, you said whatever. I don't give a fuck. Days before, like a week before.
That was 2 days beforehand.
Was involved in another ICE thing, to where he got in a wrestling match again, didn't comply to federal orders, ended up getting his rib broken. Right then and there, he should have been fucking arrested. for obstructing police business. They should have fucking arrested him.
You're kind of breaking out. You're probably kind of breaking out on me here. I don't know if you heard. You saw him kick the SUV of the fucking federal agent, right? Fucking break the tail light. Yeah. It's a tail light. I get it saying it, but it doesn't matter. You're breaking federal property. So yes, you're acting out of control. So the whole thing about this is like, okay, federal people are coming in to get rid of illegal immigrants. They're not fucking arresting people who are legal immigrants. And if they are legal immigrants, they have a fucking charge on them. That's the reason they're arresting them. They're not putting them into a concentration camp. They're arresting them. Arresting them, and they're deporting them back to their country because they came here illegally. Yes, we're looking to take anybody in from the other countries to come to our country. We welcome that. There is a process. We've talked about this for fucking weeks and months now. But guess what you're doing? You're breaking the fucking law. Just like the guy who fucking left his 5-year-old kid behind. You know, he ran from the police. What the fuck you doing? You ran away from your kids. You're illegally. Yeah, you have 2 kids. What's that?
And then ICE got blamed for it.
Yeah, it's just fucking stupid.
Because,
it's just like
because the media wants to get the story out before the truth comes out.
I mean, let's talk about this Alex Pretty guy a little bit here, okay?
Go
ahead.
To your point with that guy, he broke the light the week before, correct?
Yes.
10 days before. The ICE agents already wrestled with this guy 10 days before. And he's back at it again. Could this have been the same ICE officers that wrestled with him before, so they knew him and knew how he's going to react to them again?
Yeah, I'll give you the one thing. He didn't lay hands on nobody. It looked like you get to a certain point where you're interfering in a federal investigation and you don't know what you have on you or what's going on. And as soon as they start tackling him, I guess they found a gun and they said gun, gun, gun. And next one, someone shoot, shoot, shoot. I don't know how many times they shot him exactly, but dude, you're taking a gun to a protest, a peaceful protest. Like, yeah, you're probably an open carry state. That's fine. Protect yourself.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Yes, he did have a legal right to carry that firearm. But what they failed to say, he was carrying that illegally at the time.
Illegal?
He was not carrying that weapon legally at the time. Why? Why is that? He did not have his ID on him, and he did not have his permit on him. Therefore, you are not allowed to carry your weapon without your ID, your government state ID, and your permit in the state of Minnesota. He illegally carried it. Go on.
I mean, they're gonna go back. They're gonna go back to like the George Floyd case when that kid, I forget his damn name, who had an AR-15 and shot 3 black guys. You know. Yeah, I mean, I don't condone fucking shit like that anyway. Period. But you know what? I guess you can say shit happens, but if you're gonna go out to look for protests and you're impeding on federal investigations, you're going to end up like fucking Renee Good. I'm sorry, you are. You're impeding on shit that has nothing to do with you. Like, if you want to protest. That's fine. You have your right. Cincinnati had 2 protests and nothing went wrong. They had the Kings protest, the No Kings protest, and they had their own fucking ICE protest downtown Fountain Square. Guess what? No one got shot or killed. Minnesota, they're finding all this fraud and immigration there. And guess what they're doing? They're doing their fucking jobs. Just like they did under Obama. They're doing their fucking jobs. And guess what? You don't want to say nothing about Obama, but hey, guess when Trump's president, let's fucking attack the shit out of him. Again.
Well, and that's exactly what you said. It's okay. It's let's get everybody's eyes off of what's really going on. You know, hey, we're gonna throw all these protests. Oh, we got a shooting. This ICE agent shot and killed this person. ICE agent shot and killed this one. we got massive uproars. Okay, what's not being talked about anymore is fraud in Minnesota, right? Everything right here in the background is all the noise to where they're trying to hide it. They don't want the noise in the background found, so they're trying to hide it as much as they can. That's why they're doing this shit. Joe, what were you researching? You were researching something. It was probably from what I just said.
Well, I was just verifying the requirements for which Minnesota. You're right. Open carry. Now here's the thing. Here's what I want to throw out. Okay.
I was right.
Here's what I'll throw out. So first of all, like Matt, like you said, like people are trying to compare this guy's situation to Kyle Rittenhouse situation. Okay. Two different scenarios. Okay. One, Kyle Rittenhouse didn't go there to protest. He was standing in front of his personal property to ensure that it wasn't burnt down.
Not his personal property, somebody else's.
Other people. Sorry. Somebody else's personal property. He was protecting people's property. Okay. Then he was attacked. He had one guy pointing a gun at him. He had another guy trying to beat him with a skateboard, and another guy like trying to beat his ass. And he was trying to get away. He was unsuccessful in getting away, so his only option was to return fire. Or, I'm sorry, to fire because he wasn't actually shot at. So, there's that situation. This guy, first of all, made the poor fucking choice. Like, if you're going to have a concealed carry, and you know you're going down to a situation where you might have, I want to say bad interactions, but tough interactions with people or even police officers or just the general public, you probably don't want to pre-plan to bring a firearm to that situation. Okay? And to add to it, now you've decided you're going to bring a firearm to a protest where you already know, because you've done it in the past, that you've gotten into physical altercations with police officers. You are, and I'll preference this with, do I think people should die unnecessarily? No. It's a shame Renee Good died. It's a shame this guy died. Like, it's a shame that stupid people have to die, to find out that you died because you're stupid. Like, sorry. I hate that you died. I hate that. But you're fucking stupid. Okay? The only reason you lived as long as you have is because we don't get chased down by tigers anymore. Because if we did, you'd be the first to fucking go. So you go and you get into an altercation with a police officer with a firearm on your possession when you know you've done this in the past. Like, what the fuck do you think is going to happen? Now, do I think that the guy, again, should he have died? No. Do I think that there's some fucked up situation? Yeah, absolutely. But you also, I also give to the ICE agents. I mean, you got fucking people. I mean, hell, there's a fucking lady that's trying to sue the ICE agents because she picked up a fucking flashbang and tried to throw it back and lost her fingers.
No.
Fucking stupid kid.
Because the last time I saw that, she had on her GoFundMe page, she got $50,000 so far.
Well, that's because people can donate to all kinds of levels of stupidity. I mean, perfect example is that people are actually debating on that one fucker that brought a knife to school and stabbed the other kid, is still fucking debating about his fucking ass.
Or about the guy in Cincinnati who ran over that Hamilton County sheriff for no reason. Oh, wait. That's because they shot his son the day before.
Oh, you mean that they're going
Ronnie
to give his
hitting,
family?
yeah. Fucking funny. Fucking funny the way this world is, man.
It no longer pays to be intelligent in this world. The dumber you are, the more money you're going to make.
You gotta get on social media and do your thing. Just like us. We got that one viewer so far. We might get two tonight.
No, I mean, what happened to Alex, and I don't mean to butcher his last name or anything like that, is absolutely a tragedy. Should it happen? No. I my personal opinion was that ICE agent, whoever shot and killed him, probably should get arrested for that. I'm sorry. The gun was taken away. You clearly seen the video of the gun being taken away. So, and right after that, then that's when he got shot. Like,
well,
why wasn't there any?
I will add, I'm going to cut you off for a second, Josh, because I will add, there is video. I don't know how accurate it is. And again, I'm not justifying the guy being killed because it was a wrongful death. It sucks. Okay, and he should not. But there's video circulating, and again, I don't know how accurate because fucking AI is fucking ridiculous nowadays. But
It's AI.
Is it AI with it being discharged?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the photo of him carrying. They thought it was the gun.
It shows they blew it up, like they zoomed in, and you see the one ICE agent taking the firearm away, and it looks like it discharges. The firearm goes off,
and that's
fires.
So that's probably what happened is when he was getting the gun out.
Well, so here's the scenario what they're thinking happened. And again, it's all assumptions, but the officer was turned away. All he had heard was gun, gun, gun.
Gun, gun.
Turns, sees the holster, here's the gun go off. Boom. And returns fire. Okay? Wrongful death. Absolutely a wrongful death. Do I think that guy, if that's the scenario that happened, if that's the way it played out, do I think that guy should go to prison for the rest of his life? No.
That's different. That would unfortunately under the law that would be a justified kill.
Well, you're right. Do I still think it's a wrongful death? Yes, it sucks. But again, based on scenario, it all depends on what's actually happened. But at the same time, you don't freaking bring a gun to a protest unless you're looking to do something stupid.
And guess what he did? He found stupid, and stupid was him, and he impeded an investigation where he is not supposed to put his hands on law enforcement, alone being fucking armed.
You
armed yourself against fucking violent people, not against federal agents and police agents. You do not do that. He was a violent person.
And again, with CNN and MSNBC and all these news outlets saying, and all these people on The View, he was legally carrying his firearm. Any Second Amendment he is allowed to. He legally carried his firearm. He wasn't legally able to carry that firearm at the time. He did not have his ID and he did not have his permit, which is Minnesota law. So he was on the street with his gun illegally.
And a perfect example.
In federal officers illegally.
And I'll just throw out this scenario, a completely different scenario. If you have a concealed carry in Cincinnati, Ohio, okay? You have it legally, you have the card, you have everything, everything's up to date, you're up to date on everything, it's all legal, okay? You go to a bar. Are you in the wrong?
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
guess what?
Hold on. Depending if you're drinking or not. Sometimes you can go to bar and not drink.
It depends. If the establishment has no firearm, then you can't bring it in.
Correct. Yeah, that's another place to go.
You're right. Let's say they go in there and it doesn't have that. They have their Second Amendment right, and they take a drink.
Take a drink, they're illegal.
You're in the bar illegal.
Now they're illegal. You're illegal. Guess what? You have your Second Amendment right, but you chose to do something fucking stupid. So then, if you get into an argument with somebody and you shoot them, guess what? You fucked up.
You're not defending yourself no more.
Right.
But what happens if another person pulls a gun on him and he pulls his gun back on him?
guess what? You may get cleared for self-defense, but you're still going to jail for having your firearm illegal.
There you go. Still fucked up. Either way you look at this, it's just fucking stupid. Like, at the end of the day, you guys don't want to fucking act like this when fucking Democrat was in charge. Either when Obama was in charge or when fucking Sleepy Joe was in charge. But again, when President Trump was in charge,
Well,
you have a fucking incident and you're pissed off about the insurrection he had, but yet you're making our fucking community in Minnesota again terrible. I wouldn't want to even want to live or love associate with Minneapolis ever again or Minnesota. It's fucking disgusting. It's fucking disgusting.
Here's nothing. So let me ask you this: like talking about like Josh said a little bit ago, Matt, you kind of led to it a little bit. Like the media, it's amazing how these things go in waves. Okay, you want to talk about conspiracy? Let's talk about this. So, ICE, the head of ICE gets a 2015 presidential award from Obama for his accomplishments.
Technically, he got it in 2016, but yeah, go ahead.
It was the 2015 award. He received it in 16. No major protests or anything. Nobody, anything like nothing to the scale of now. But what was going on?
The fucking war in Afghanistan against Hillary Clinton.
Then
the emails.
Trump gets in office. What started to happen a lot during Trump's first presidency?
Oh, they're impeaching him and all, trying to get him out of office the whole time. It's exactly what they're trying to do again.
What was going on around the country? What was the big topic?
Protest. Police brutality.
School shootings.
School shootings.
Firearm control. Okay. Notice that went down when Obama or when Biden was in. Didn't hear much more about that. It picked up a little bit towards the end. So all this has been going on with ICE. School shootings stop?
Yeah.
I think it's too cold out to bring a gun to school.
Let him outside. You don't have to.
I get what
go
you're saying, but I just think it's all totally fucked up. And like I said, they're paid to protest, and they have no jobs. It just seems like that's what they do. Fuck. Have fun protesting, man. To me, it's hilarious as shit.
They're getting paid pretty well to go out and protest. That's the problem. They're getting well paid to do it.
I mean, is there a certain standard you gotta look like though? Like,
and you got to remember,
old white women.
You go
the old white women.
back to the pride, the whole pride thing. Then we got the Free Palestine, right? You don't hear anything about Palestine anymore. I don't see shit about it anymore.
Here's where our world's going to. Right here.
Is someone not feeling well? Your illness is very important to us.
Next.
Welcome to the Health
This goes in your ear and it goes in your butt. Hang on a second. This one. It goes in your mouth.
Walls in his asshole.
This is where the world's going to. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, we are surrounded.
This is all planned. It's all staged. It's literally the death of America.
How do you beat America?
All right.
You can beat it from within. You're not going to beat it on the outside.
Let's fast forward a little bit.
From within.
So let's fast forward a little bit. So I know we're not going to have too much time left, but talking about like fucking with America and stuff like that. So the woke movement continues to try to fuck up the entertainment culture. Okay, so I don't know if have you guys seen? I know Matt, we were talking a little bit, but Josh, have you seen anything about the new Starfleet Academy series that just came out? Okay, so everybody was so excited because like it's been a while since there was a Star Trek, and they were going back to basics. They're like, oh man. So I'm gonna share the trailer for Starfleet Academy, and this was before it ever actually aired or anything like that.
Caleb, it's that one right there, right there. One day, when we have our own ship, we are going to go visit Earth first.
Bye-bye, Mommy!
I love you! I'm so sorry.
You hold on to how much you hate me right now. I'm gonna keep you warm at night.
Find him! Caleb, I've been looking for you every single day for the last 15 years. Come with me to Starfleet Academy. The Federation will help you find your mother.
That thing is taking us to the school?
That is the school.
Being a cadet in Starfleet Academy means being open to the people around you.
Sometimes I feel invisible, but mostly.
So I'm gonna pause. So we get some new characters, okay, in Starfleet Academy, all right? So we have, of course, I believe she's a lesbian.
Awkward.
Here.
Show me your worthy of this uniform.
I want to be captain. I need to
Yeah.
be captain.
Oh, where they at?
You're either the center of the universe or you're nothing.
Oh, here's the Klingon, okay? So he's got a little red in his hair. Apparently, he's trying to find his feelings, okay? And if you know Klingons, they are a battle-hardened race and everything, but he's trying to find his feelings.
A warrior does not let a friend face danger.
I've spent my whole life getting away from stuff, letting someone in.
And
it's hard.
If I lose control, I can hurt people.
Doesn't scare me.
so anyway, like they have completely screwed the pooch on this show. They've taken it so left field that people, after 2 episodes, literally have stopped watching it completely. And it's like, when's the entertainment industry going to get it through their heads? Stop trying to jam your agenda down our fucking throats.
When people start not watching it, that's kind of like the new Unrivaled, right? The new basketball league that Breanna Stewart and a couple of these other athletes, they're trying to get to, so WNBA caves to their demands. So Breanna Stewart came out with a big thing, abolish ICE, blah, blah, blah. Okay, that's great that you did that. But what you just did is you just turned off half the country right there. So you turn off half your fans, all of a sudden, numbers drop dramatically. And guess what happens? Sponsorships start to get pulled. Advertisements start to get pulled. Because they know you're a sinking ship. You're not making any money. So if your league is fucked and you try to go back to the WNBA, you lost. You lost. Sorry. And that's what's happening with a lot of these movies. People don't go to the theater anymore to watch movies. They just wait for them and watch them at home anymore. And I hate to say, why do you think the most watched things on Netflix are usually
Jake Paul's fights now. Because he's a fucking retard and everybody wants to see him get his ass knocked out. I mean, apparently Stranger Things. They fucking ruined Stranger Things with one episode. That turned that whole season completely upside down.
Big time.
Ruined that fucking thing.
So
that went from great series to what the fuck.
Yeah, I mean, I think, I mean, Hollywood's always been left-sided. They've always been towards the left. The whole woke culture, it's not working. People are tired of it. They don't like it. Go back to what you're doing prior. You know, if you want to put a certain color person in this role, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I didn't care there's a black woman playing Ariel in The Little Mermaid. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. Just fucking make a movie and make it fucking good. Don't make me have to fucking watch something that you're projecting your views on. I'm not gonna watch it. Sorry. Not. Matt, you've been quiet lately.
No, I agree. Like,
or is Matt drunk now? A little bit. His penis.
What's that?
Your penis?
Oh, mine?
No, you're being quiet.
Because he keeps fucking breaking out like crazy on me. So. Plus, we're talking about the same shit I fucking heard done talked about in the past, man. Just they're gonna keep doing what they fucking want to do at the end of the day. So as long as I'm not paying attention to that shit, I don't fucking care, dude. I'm with you 100%. Turn it off.
I mean, the problem is they're not, at this point, they're not directing that stuff towards us. They're directing it towards our kids. And again, that's the problem. They are trying to project all this stuff on our kids so they get used to it and they can start doing what they want. So
not really, because America reacted. They fucking can't. Joe said they canceled their season 2 already after 2 episodes.
Well, they already did. I mean, they keep throwing it in. I believe they.
Speaking of that, too,
there's talk that they've canceled for the second season already.
That's pretty funny. Sorry about your luck, Star Trek.
It is fuckers.
So, one thing I wanted to get at with you guys too is I was reading an article about China. We're going to talk about China. I know I hit on this a little bit ago, but they're talking about China's population right now. How, it's so enormous, but they're talking 2/3 China will be gone within the next 20 to 30 years. 2/3 of all of China's population will be gone. That's due to their one kid rule.
Why is that?
Huh? Why? Because they're
No, go ahead. Let's say why is it going to be gone?
So they put in a long time ago, there was a stipulation to where couples can only have one kid. And they could only have a boy. If it was a woman, unfortunately, they had to abort the kid, or I don't know exactly what they did, but they only allowed so many girls to be born during that much time.
I don't hear one fucking word he said. You broke the fuck up, so Joe, you gotta repeat the shit to me.
Can you hear?
You cut out big time. You lagged big time, but to your point, like, you're right. So they had put in the one kid rule, and because of traditional families wanting a male to carry on their name and everything, if they had a female, if they had a girl, they put it up for adoption, or in some cases they did abort the child, or but a lot of times they put them up for adoption. So there was a lot of kids.
That way they can go get their boy.
Right. Yeah, he's got to fix it. Got to be the apple cider vinegar. Yeah. Oh man.
You guys ready to call tonight anyway? He's frozen.
I think he's going to come back. I think he's restarting.
He's starting.
When he comes back, we'll
wrap it up.
Call. Yeah, we'll wrap it up. Just like the Chinese did, they wrapped it up.
What's he talking about? China's killing their kids, or
no? So I think what he's getting at is I hadn't read the article, but they basically projected that because of the whole one-child rule, and because there were there's so many males versus females, they don't have enough to basically replenish the population. So as generations are getting older and dying out, they don't have the families to repopulate. So they're example, like so let's see, 2025 marked the lowest birth rate for China since 1949.
There she is.
There is. I don't know what the fuck happened. But you finished up my segment, Joe? Did you finish it up for me?
I was explaining to Matt that what you were talking about is because of their one-child rule, because they had more males than females, there's not enough couples to have children to replace the dying population.
Yep.
So the individuals that are dying out. So I just mentioned that in 2025, their birth rate was the lowest since 1949, with only 5.63 per 1,000. So it dropped. They had 3 million less births than they did the year before.
And here's a fun fact about China too. They'll never give you their statistics either.
True statistics. They make their own shit up.
Correct. So in reality, that is a dying country. Yes, they are very big on GDP and a big player in the world. But in 20, 30 years, that's not who they're going to be, though. They're screwed. So it'd be very interesting with China.
The unfortunate thing is the scary part about that is, I mean, if you put an animal in a corner and it doesn't look like it's got any way out, it starts to get deadly. And so China might, if things progress and they do look like they're a dying breed, they could get ugly pretty quick.
So we need to get Greenland.
Well, and do we know why we want to get Greenland? It's not really. It is. I didn't know this, but China's already found a way through the Arctic for shipping lanes.
Yeah.
So if they can get through them shipping lanes, they have a faster way to attack the U.S.
Yeah,
that's why.
So China and Russia both have.
Russia's number one right now and doing it. They already did it. Russia did, but as the fucking the Earth's warming and global fucking ice is melting up there. That's where we need to go to fucking Greenland to set more defense up.
And Joe, do me a favor. Need you to do me a favor, Joe, and just hear me out. Pull up a map from like the 1600s of the world map.
I don't know if it's not going to be very accurate.
1600s, just the world map.
It's not going to be accurate.
It doesn't matter.
It's not going to be accurate. They have an old white lady on it. Okay.
No, that might be 1600s.
That's 1600s, buddy.
Well, let's go Go to where it looks like you got one big flat map.
Well, it's flat.
What are you talking about? One flat map.
To where you can see like
the whole entire time. Flat. Well, it's flat.
Yeah, that's my whole point.
Every map is flat.
No, I'm talking about like something like that.
I mean, there's this.
No.
Well, then it's not the 1600s you want, motherfucker.
Fuck you, bitch. Listen's better.
Why don't you send it to him? He can put it on there.
Why are you yelling, Matt?
Not yelling. It's talk loud.
Sounds like it.
That's talk loud.
Is this better?
No.
Motherfucker.
No. It's going to look like Antarctica's all the way around the world. And you're going to have that inside, basically.
So basically, ice is ice is taking over the world.
A little bit.
Trump wins.
I don't even know what fucking map you want. Like,
give me a minute. I'll fucking send it to your bitch ass in a second.
Jesus Christ.
God damn it! All right, I just sent it to your phone.
Oh, motherfucker! It's been easier just to email it to me.
Fuck it.
No, I got it.
Jackass.
Email it to yourself and fucking pull it up. God damn it.
Oh, okay, I'll give you a trip.
Got a bad attitude.
Yeah, kind of.
I like chicken.
Get your asses back in there.
Don't talk to your kids that way.
It's the fucking dogs.
I thought it was his wife's.
Talking to his wife.
Said dogs.
All
right. So we see the Arctic right in the middle, right?
Oh.
There's Greenland, right where your little cursor is, right there. So
right next to the nipple.
We since we live on a flat Earth, you see how easy it is to come to the United States that way, straight down, instead of going all the way around, straight down. That's
you gotta pass Canada. Canada's got a big military.
That's why Trump wants Greenland, is because they now know that China and Russia have access because we live on the flat Earth right there. And you see all the way around, that's Antarctica. That's how the map used to be drawn out when we were kids. So I'm just saying, we live on.
I'd like to point out, all this is a fucking globe that's been flattened.
Yeah, it's a flat. We live on a flat Earth, dude.
We don't. God,
it's a flat Earth. That's why if you look at how planes route, they go north. They go this way, up. It's like there's no reason why we can't go straight across. We have to go up into Canada before we go to Europe. Why is that? Because it's a straight shot on the flat Earth.
Yeah, it's turbulence too.
Yeah, see? Fucking dogs. Here, Bandit, you went on too? Get your asses back in there. Get your butts back in there. Go. I love my dogs, but I hate them at the same time.
Okay, y'all. I think it's time.
All right. Yeah.
7 a.m.
Thanks
comes
for
early.
joining us on this episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. We're going to end it right there.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide? It ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic. Yeah.
Matt, why were you licking your mouth when I showed my tit? I seen you do that. You're like,
Just because I get